Welcome back. In today's exploration, we're diving into the key pillars of service-dominant logic, and we'll be unraveling them through the lens of the Airbnb example. By the end of this video, you'll gain a comprehensive understanding of the 5 axioms and witness how companies seamlessly incorporate these principles into their business models, and you will be then able to analyze business models on your own. So let's embark on this journey to the planet of service-dominant logic and unveil the essence of it by looking at the Airbnb example. Axiom 1. Service is the fundamental basis for exchange, or simply put, it's service for service. In the case of Airbnb, the service involves matching and connecting hosts with guests through a digital platform. This facilitates a direct exchange of supply and demand, with the platform streamlining the interaction and transaction processes. For accommodation providers, the service entails offering suitable lodging along with tips on utilizing local infrastructure and evaluating the guest. On the flip side, for those seeking accommodation, the service involves providing money and evaluating. Axiom 2. Value is always co-created by multiple actors, including the beneficiary. So-called value in use. Consider Airbnb from the guest's perspective. It goes beyond providing a place to stay. Guests actively seek specific features or amenities, whether it's the apartment's decor, a sauna, local tips, or proximity to public transport or a pool. In essence, the co-creation of value begins with the utilization of the features already provided, such as the apartment's decor, the sauna, proximity to public transport, or the pool. Only if the guest uses the respective features the full value can be abstracted. We call it value in use. Axiom 3. All economic and social actors are resource integrators. Let us first differentiate 2 types of resources. Operand resources are things like the actual house, time, and money. Operant resources, on the other hand, act upon other resources to create value, like specific skills or knowledge. Participants, including hosts and guests, integrate operand resources such as accommodation and its amenities for hosts, while guests bring in operand resources like financial means and a digital device to use the Airbnb platform. Operant resources include knowledge of the surroundings, communication skills for hosts. For the guest, the knowledge, how to use the platform, and the features of the apartment like the sauna, as well as planning skills and creativity, are crucial to create a wonderful holiday with family and friends. Airbnb as resource integrators possess operand resources like IT infrastructure. Operant resources in this case are, for example, knowledge about user needs, algorithms to match supply and demand, as well as a help desk for customers. Axiom 4. Value is always uniquely and phenomenologically determined by the beneficiary. The perceived value of Airbnb services varies depending on the individual context and guest expectations. This is why, for example, the guests can have a completely different perception of their respective stay at the Airbnb, even though the offer is exactly the same in both cases. This is called value in context. Axiom 5. Value co-creation is coordinated through actor-generated institutions and institutional arrangements. Institutions are explicit and non-explicit rules that shape the way a business operates. We differentiate 3 different types of institutions: regulative institutions, normative institutions, and cognitive institutions. Regulative institutions in the case of Airbnb are, for example, rental agreements and legal regulations. Those rules govern, for example, responsibilities and rights and lead to penalties for violations. Normative institutions in the case of Airbnb set societal standards for cleanliness and functionality of the apartment. Violations can lead to social sanctions visible through negative reviews. Cognitive institutions are beliefs, opinions, ideas, even symbols that have become established over time as customary practices. Those include, for example, giving tips for local activities and gestures like inviting guests for a meal. And there you have it. I hope the planet of service-dominant logic is now more clear to you. The 5 axioms are key to understanding and creating future and innovative business models. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time.